You're essentially changing your identity. You're changing your own beliefs about yourself from being someone who is scarce and who can't afford it, who can't afford to invest in things like marketing and growing your business and taking on employees or spending money on getting a great website built or whatever it may be, whatever is required for you to grow your influence. You're changing your identity from a person who's scarce around that stuff to a person who has all of the resources open to them. Because you do. You really, really do. The only thing that's holding you back is weakness of vision. Your vision isn't strong enough. When your vision's strong enough, resources show up. When you're coming from cause in a powerful enough way and you've internalized this to such a deep level, the resources will show up. How could they not? How could they not show up when your intention is so clear, your desire to change lives, to do good in the world is so clear? How could people not get excited about that? This is where you have to be a leader. This is where you have to step up and think big, because your vision and your desire will draw other people in around you. And that's when resources come easily. Don't you think there's plenty of people out there with money in abundance who are just waiting for a compelling enough vision to get around? That's just one example. But when you've internalized this desire so strongly, you will start to find creative ways of generating income that you never even imagined before. And the reason you didn't imagine it before was because your desire wasn't strong enough before. When your desire is strong enough, just like in the same way that you would go out and make $1 million in a year if you had to save the life of your family member who you love so dearly, if their life was at risk and it just took $1 million to help them, you would do whatever it takes. You would go out and do whatever it took. You would sell your house, you'd sell your car, you'd invest abundantly, you'd raise money, you'd get people to help you, you'd get people to come alongside you, you'd do whatever it took because your vision would be so strong. So why are you not allowing yourself to have that intensity of vision, that intensity of desire for other people who aren't in your immediate family? You want to help the world, right? That's why you do what you do, right? You seek that sense of fulfillment. Then stop half-assing it and be bigger about it. Be bigger about it. The bigger you can think, the bigger your vision, the more these resources will flow to you. So I'm repeating this a lot, but it's so important. It's something that we just really need to understand. So here's a little thing about meditation, which often gets overlooked. And this is where it goes beyond just the most popular teachings that we hear about The Secret and the Law of Attraction. The Law of Attraction works by not just thoughts. It also requires words, actual declarations. It also requires actions. And one that not many people seem to mention is it requires feelings. You need to allow yourself to feel. This is why I was going over the sensory stuff before. You actually need to allow yourself to feel what it would feel like to be that person who makes that level of change. Because if it's just thought, then it's just mental. If it's just words, then it's just physical. If it's just actions, then it's just stuff that you do with your body. But if it's feelings, and if it's all of these things together, then you can't fail. You can't fail to live abundantly. You can't fail to draw this stuff into your life. This is just the principle. This is the principle you need to understand in order to generate abundance in your life. So I hope that has inspired you. I hope that's given you some insight into how this works. Remember, all of this comes from cause. All of this comes from heart. People throughout history have done the most tremendous things. The most tremendous things have been achieved when people get beyond themselves, get beyond their immediate situation. They start thinking bigger about how they can serve humanity. This is all about service, cause, and heart. This is not about you fulfilling your ego and just feeling significant, or although that comes along with this, and it's not necessarily a bad thing to want significance, but when that's your only fixation, it will destroy you. Come from cause, come from heart, and this stuff will come. Abundance will flow through your life. It certainly has for mine. I look back on my own life and look at the transition from me thinking about me and just wanting to build myself a comfortable lifestyle to when I switched and went, actually I could create change on a global level, and that is so much more exciting than just fulfilling my ego. And since that point, abundance has been flowing to me because I'm in that flow. So I hope that's really helped you. I'll do some more training around this in future, but for now, just internalize that stuff and start practicing it. Start meditating daily, start declaring yourself as the kind of person who is abundant, who makes change on a massive scale. Start clearly visualizing what it would be like to help people on the scale that you truly want to help people on. And just allow that to flow through your whole life and big things will start to happen. It takes time, takes practice, takes diligence and commitment. The biggest word here is commitment. So commit to this process and I promise you, things will change. You will change from scarce to abundant. Hope you enjoyed that.